everyone, welcome along to episode 6 of our Chelsea Career Mode series here on FIFA 23. What a big episode we have got for you today. A triple header of semi-finals. First off against Manchester United in the FA Cup, and second of all against Bayern Munich, home and away leg in the Champions League semi-final. Massive running for this episode, and I'm so buzzing for it. It is a big one. If you get to go and watch the other episodes before we get on to this one today, go and check them out. Lots that happened. We've made a couple of signings that are coming in for next season, so do go and have a look. I know a lot of people were disappointed with the Havertz situation, but I'm afraid I liked the transfer and I think it was reasonable. If you wanted Nkunku, someone's got to go. So before we get into the first game against Manchester United today, a couple of quick notices. First things first, go and check out my brand new video games podcast if you haven't done so already. That was released earlier this week. Really enjoyed doing it, and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy it. We discuss our top 5 favourite video games in episode 1, so do go and check it out. Links are all down below in the description. You can get access to the video version or any podcast apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, whichever you prefer. Second of all, if you haven't done so already, check out my Patreon. On there you can get access to a range of fantastic perks and rewards, including my FIFA 23 tactics package with ratings and reviews on every tactic that we cover on the channel, as well as exclusive tactics videos, behind the scenes videos, early access, Discord server access, Fantasy League access, Brommer blog access, all that good stuff. Many perks on there, and I think you'll really enjoy them, so do go and check that out. Should also say that we're only recording in 1080p today as opposed to 1440p, which we usually record in, because I'm anticipating this is going to be a long episode, so my camera's going to need a lot of memory, so this time we are using a different kind of setup to accommodate that, so please bear with me on that. Before we get into it though, let's look at a couple of results that we've already had in between this episode and the last one. We played against Arsenal away, and it was a massive game indeed. We had to make a couple of changes. The likes of Jorginho was suspended, a couple of stamina issues as well, and it started off pretty badly. Arsenal went ahead with Gabriel as Koulibaly fails to get onto the header, and then Bukayo Saka gets sent off for what I can only explain is pure FIFA glitchiness, and it was a little bit disappointing, to be honest, because then it kind of helped me turn the game around in my favour, and I felt a little bit dirty for it. First off, Armando Broja was sent through after pressing on an Arsenal mistake. He scored, and then Conor Gallagher came up big with a lovely chipped cross from Chilwell, and he headed it in. Really nice finish, and that gave us a 2-1 win. We've also beaten Brentford as well during that time, and so as a result the league table now looks like this. Man City have dropped 2 points against Leeds in the most recent game, which means they are now 4 points off us and 5 points off Liverpool, having already played a game more, which is absolutely massive. That means it is a 2-horse race between us and Liverpool have Manchester City next in the league. So what a run-in it is going to be. Very exciting indeed. I really thought that we were going to drop out of this, particularly with Man City and Liverpool and Arsenal all in quick succession, but we're still in it. But our focus today shifts on the FA Cup, the semi-final. The winner of this will go on to face Liverpool in the final at Wembley. So a massive tie awaits us. And this is a lineup we've gone with a couple of changes because we're also looking ahead to the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich in the week. So I've got to rotate a little bit with that in mind, but not too much so as to take away our competitiveness in this game. Christian Pulisic comes in for Reece James. Also Trevor Chalobah getting a start. Armando Broja starting up front after a good performance against Arsenal in place of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Cucurella drops to the Brents with Chalobah coming in. And also we brought in Mateo Kovacic in place of Jorginho, who for some reason I can't seem to find. Oh, there he is. I was just being blind. Before we get into it, a quick mention to Wesley Fofana, because he has been absolutely immense. But obviously you guys aren't seeing it from the highlights. He's been so good. Every game he is just on top form. What a player he has been. And I'm almost guaranteeing you that he's going to be a mainstay in this team for the rest of this series, however long it lasts. This will be the first time I've actually played at Wembley on FIFA 23, so I don't know if much has changed or not with the presentation, but hopefully we get a little bit of excitement. So as you can see, the winner of this game does go on to face Liverpool. They did beat Brentford 3-0 in the other semi-final. So it's going to be a really tough tie whatever happens. No easy games left now, that is for sure. Manchester United, as you can see, a little bit of surprises in their lineup. Not sure what the thinking is there. They've actually got Lisandro Martinez at left back. Malacia and Shaw both on the bench. And then Pelistri comes in for a start. Martial on the left-hand side. Twanzebe starting. So this is going to be a bit interesting. Conte reclaims. Kovacic into Sterling. He's got a little bit of space. He'll go for goal. Good save from David De Gea early on. That's nice positioning from Raheem Sterling to pick up that space. If anyone would mark Pelistri, that would be nice. No one going to do it. Oh, Mendy saves from Scott McTominay. A bit of marking would be nice. The chance on here. He's sent through N'Golo Kante. Oh, dragged it a little bit wide. He's going to have to go on his left-footed save from De Gea. And Dalot clears it. It's not the man you wanted to be on the end of that one-on-one. Needs to get out to him there. Pelistri with a little bit of chance. Lindelof. Let's get to Ronaldo. That looks dangerous. That's a great save from Mendy to keep us in the game. That was dangerous indeed. And you would bank on Ronaldo to score. Look at the time. 4 minutes played. And we've only got 1 minute of stoppage time. Referee, what are you doing? Fix this issue. 5 minutes of added time we're into now. This is absolute joke. Absolute joke. Look at this. He's just going to keep playing until their attack finishes. It's ridiculous. Fix it. That's a brilliant ball to Ronaldo. That's a brilliant goal, to be fair. Really nicely well worked. And that's why you play on world class instead of legendary, because on world class, they will cross balls. And that's deadly from Ronaldo. He ain't going to miss that, is he? Fair enough. Fair enough. Disappointing that we haven't made our chances pay, to be honest. It's a nice goal from them. I'll give it to them. It's Diogo Dalot down the right-hand side, isn't it? Whips in a really nice ball and Ronaldo just slices it. Mendy nearly getting across. At the end of the day, though, it's got to be one of the centre-backs tracking him. Looking for that ball to Chilwell. Sterling. Back to Chilwell on the 1-2. He'll go for goal. Oh. Chalobah looking to get down his left-hand side now. Oh, very nice indeed. No way! No way! Rashford's in here. And time is slipping away from us. It really is. Chilwell doesn't get it away. And as we boot this one up, I'm guessing it's going to be full time. Referee will give them lots of time, but he won't give us any extra time, will he? And that is such a disappointment. He just did not turn up. We really didn't. We had 1 or 2 chances, but ultimately we didn't make them pay. Conte went sent through. Just not the guy you want in that one-on-one situation. Gallagher had an opportunity. Broja, disappointing in the end. And that man there sends them through to the final. It will be Manchester United and Liverpool in the final. So we've come out of this having not won any of the domestic cups. And I'm a little bit disappointed about that, I will admit. But when I say a little, I mean I'm very disappointed about it. You know, I felt like there was a chance here. Could have taken at least one of these. So in the end, I am a bit put out. Thankfully, we have a chance to make it right with an even bigger game this time around. We start off at home at Stamford Bridge. I have decided on this lineup. I'm going to stick with this formation. I did contemplate whether to go for the 3-4-1-2 with the kind of 2 strikers and the 1 attack midfielder. I'm going to keep with this one for now. We'll see whether we need to make any changes to that shape for the second leg. Having a quick look at their team, they have signed Stefan Savic, so that's a good signing for them. De Ligt at the back. It's just a really good team, isn't it? Other than the striker, which, you know, if we concede to him today, there is going to be trouble. Big trouble, and it will probably fall on Kalidou Koulibaly as the man who should be marking him. Speaking of our team though, a couple of changes. Aubameyang returns to the fold over Broja. Mount back in for Gallagher. Cucurella on the left-hand side. Chilwell is a little bit tired. We've got a few tired legs actually, particularly the centre-backs. But I don't have much in the way of changes to make for them. Pulisic obviously very tired. Reece James returns. Jorginho back in for Kovacic as well. So generally a fairly kind of predictable side. I would have liked Cucurella back in the 3 centre-back positions, and then we could have put Chilwell on in the wing-back role, but fortunately, as I say, look a little bit tired here, so I think we'll go with the fresher legs. Just a reminder that obviously away goals no longer count in any European club competitions, so whether or not it's an advantage or disadvantage to play at home first leg, I suppose it doesn't really matter. The fact that the away team who's playing in the second leg doesn't get extra time. Scoring away goal does kind of help as well. So, you know, does it really matter? Of course, a repeat of the Champions League final all them years ago. I'm pretty sure it was 10 years ago, wasn't it? 2012, I think. Team's looking very different this time around, although obviously Thomas Muller still turning out for Bayern Munich. Doesn't even make their bench this time, though. And also worth mentioning that John Stones is on their bench. So that's very curious. They've gone out and signed 2 centre-backs. He's so bad. He's so bad. Get him off the pitch. Nice, well done, Reece James, exploiting Davis, who was slow on his feet there, and look at the space he's got ahead of him now. Davis does have the pace to catch him up here. Look at how fast he is. We're not going to have much in the way of support either. Oh. Well, that's half-time, and I bigged this episode up before the game, and I've got almost nothing to show you, so I'm really sorry for that. Look at that. There's nothing that defines this game more than total attempts 0, goals 0. I'm actually going to make a couple of tactical tweaks here. First things first is I'm going to get Trevor Chalobah to actually overlap. I feel like there is a gap to be kind of exploited down that side. And also, we're going to be getting Mason Mount this time to drift wide. And the reason why is I've noticed a lot of space being vacated on the right-hand side for Bayern Munich because they've got Mane and Alphonso Davies there. But Davis has got low defensive work rate, and it's showing. He's not kind of in the defensive position when he gets forward with his high attacking work rate. He's vacating a lot of space that they're not filling. So we're going to try and exploit that by doubling up in that right area. Fofana, Conte, looking for Mason Mount now, who again is exploiting that space that has been vacated. And Sterling's in the middle. This is an opportunity. Raheem Sterling. Ah, it's a good save from Manuel Neuer. If only that was Aubameyang, maybe he gets more power behind that header. But that is a wonderful opportunity from that right-hand side. Sterling's crossed this one in. Put a bit of power on it again. Mason Mount's at the near post. Conte. Out to Sterling. He's going to look to dink one in. Reece James is at the back post. Oh, he's got to score. He's got to score. He's got to at least get it on target. Oh, it's poor contact. Conte out to James. Mason Mount making a really good run. And he's got him as well. He'll cut back to James. Or Conte in this case. Oh, sneaks it through. What a pass. Oh my God. No. No way. How has he missed? How has he missed? Oh my good God. Oh. Well, that's a chat. That's it. Like. Whoa, whoa, Sterling. Oh, God. What is going on? Sterling, that's twice. 3 times. Oh. Right corner, last kick of the game. Do we have anything here? Sterling to whip this one in. Mount on the end of it. Oh, my God. Oh, full time. First leg 0-0. I don't believe that we haven't come away with a win there. I really don't believe it. We've had so many chances. So many chances in the second half at least. Such a contrast to the first half where there was nothing. Look at these attempts. He had 0 attempts in the end of the first half. This one, 3 attempts. Still 0 goals. He really should have put 1, maybe 2 away. And just look at that as well. We really did a great job of nullifying Bayern Munich. They had a lot of play in kind of the mid to upper third, but we just really strangled that area out. We limited the shots. So at least that is something positive we can take from it. It'll be very tough going to the Allianz Arena on the return leg and getting something out of that. So we got this game against Leeds in the middle of the 2 legs. Now I have decided that we're going to sim this one purely because I'm just really excited to get to the second leg, and I want us to get to that in this episode. And also, as you can see, I've made a lot of changes. There's a lot of tired players. Chalobah is one of them, but I've got no other centre-backs to kind of put in. So we have to keep him. You know, look at the likes of Koulibaly, Cucurella, James, Fofana, even Sterling and Mount. All these guys, they're looking a little bit tired. And we need to think about that game on Tuesday. My thinking is as well as to why I've made changes, despite the fact we're still in the league title race, is because if we lose that game against Bayern Munich, we're out. Like, that's it, plain and simple. We've got one chance. Whereas if we lose this game against Leeds or drop points, there's still like 4 or 5 games left in the Premier League season. So we can still make amends. And plus Liverpool have Man City, which is going to be a very tough game for them. So I'd rather sacrifice this game now, knowing that we still do have an opportunity for the remaining games in the Premier League. So I have gone ahead. We're going to sim this game. Hopefully we can still kind of get the 3 points, but I'm not holding my breath, and that'll be why. A 1-1 draw. Now, we are hoping, with that in mind, as Conte is the one who kind of gets the goal, they score early on as well, that Liverpool maybe drop points to Manchester City. So I think we're going to go ahead now and have a look before we get into our next game. So Liverpool did beat Man City 1-0, which means we're 3 points off them, but we still have 4 games to play. So it's all very much to play for, and hopefully we can they can slip up and we can kind of catch them up. Looking at their remaining games, they've still got Brentford, they've got Crystal Palace, they've got Bournemouth, and they've also got Nottingham Forest. So not the toughest run of games, I'll be honest, but there are slip-ups in there against any of those teams. So we're definitely not out of it yet. Also, a quick youth update. I understand that we've not really had much of that because ultimately we've not really found many players. But there is one, this Dennis Miller from the USA. He's very close to kind of coming into the team now. I'll be honest, he's 18 years old, 94 potential still. You know, he's really growing. He's already grown 3 points. So he's very, very close. I see him as a wide centre-back, kind of a left-sided centre-back in that back three. So he's only 5'10", but his jumping looks good for his ratings. And, you know, he's got very good kind of defensive stats, passing stats, etc. Good weak foot, so I think he could play that wide centre-back role very, very well. So he's very close to kind of coming into the fold. But this is what you're already waiting for, isn't it? This right here, what a tie we have ahead. In the other leg, it's 2-2 between PSG and Atletico Madrid, so it's all to play for in that tie as well. In this one, this is a lineup we've gone with. Very, very similar, but this time Chilwell does return. Cucurella is in. Chalobah drops to the bench because, as you can see, he's absolutely beaten after that long run of games, and this is why I made so many changes in the recent game against Leeds. We've also set Mount to drift wide in this game, as we did in the last game, because they are playing Alphonso Davies, so we're definitely going to find more joy, as we did in the last game, if Sterling had only put away that chance. I believe just the one change for them, Matt Rowie comes into the side right back. Last game, he actually came on in defensive midfield as a substitute, so this time he does start at fullback. Surprisingly, no Sane for them either, who came on in the last game. He caused me a lot of problems. He played quite well, so I'd have just gone with him ahead of Choupo-Moting, to be honest. One thing I did forget, no Allianz Arena on this game. That kind of did slip my mind, so that's a little bit disappointing for such a big tie. You'd hope that we did at least have the kind of setting that was worthy of it, so I guess we'll have to settle with, was it Sanderson Park? Conte out wide to James. There's a ball on here, can he find it? He's got Aubameyang, who's peeled off at the back post. Sterling's on the end of it. Oh, I think it was saved from Neuer, and we do get a corner from it. Comes out to Cucurella. Oh, Sterling looking to isolate Davies, and he's done really, really well. He's going to loop that one in. Fofana's at the back post. Another opportunity that we have not taken. This time Wesley Fofana, who stays up from the corner. He had the beating of Matsurawi all day long. He's got to do better. Sterling's got a ball on the outside there. Lots of space through to Reece James. He's going to cut back to Mason Mount. He'll get it on his left. Good save from Manuel Neuer. That's good build-up. Better as we exploit that space down the right-hand side. Sterling's also carrying an injury. I don't know how serious it is. We're going to go with it for now. We'll see if he can kind of shake it off, or if it hinders his performance too much, then we will look to replace him. Koulibaly against Gnabry. Gets sold. Oh, it's a save for Mendy, and it's out for a corner. Here we go. Right, so we're going to make a couple of substitutions. The injury is definitely hampering Sterling a little bit, so we're going to take him off. We're going to bring on Conor Gallagher for him. And I have contemplated taking Chilwell out for Pulisic, but with that kind of him being a little bit tired, we'll probably hold off just a few more minutes. Aubameyang. Now there's a chance to counter-attack. Reece James running forward. He's got that blistering pace of Alphonso Davies to deal with. But Aubameyang can split away from his man. Oh my God. It's the manual headers again. I just didn't get the angle on the analog stick in time, as they take off Matt Rowie and bring on Kingsley Coman. That's very interesting. So we got Change of system here. Change of shape. Let's see how this one kind of looks. Gets it away. Conte. Through to man. That'll probably be full time. It is. Which means extra time looms for us. And despite the fact both ties have been 0-0, there's been some chances. It's been a little bit exciting, to be fair. I'll give you that. It's very finely poised. It's split either way. It can go either way. I really don't know how this one's going to go. So I am going to bring on Pulisic now for Ben Chilwell, who hasn't really had the best of games. Hopefully Pulisic can give us a little bit more kind of emphasis in the attacking phase. A little bit worried about defensively, but that's the risk I am now going to take. Davis actually tracks that one really nicely. Oh, Mount's onside. He's onside there as well. Gallagher. What a ball to Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic. A weedy effort. What build-up play that was. Looking to press some balls out wide here. Coman. Oh, there it is. Well, we go to penalties. We go to penalties. My track record on penalties on this channel is a bit like that. Bit like that, really. I'll be honest. I didn't do a Southgate in the end and bring on any good penalty takers, which means we don't have many good penalty takers. So, there you go. So, Mane up to take it first. Can I do the head thing? No, I can't. It's a good start. Jorginho. Now, there's a thing with penalties on this game. If the keeper guesses the right way, they save it, usually. So, you've got to try and make him guess the wrong way. Sane. Why am I not doing the head thing? I keep guessing, doing it wrong. God's sake. Aubameyang. Oh, blast that one in. It's 2-2 apiece. Coman. His head definitely went right then. 100%. His head definitely went right. Oh, blasted it. Oh, my God. Thank God. Thought I put too much power on. Gnabry. Oh, you cheeky Pulisic. Nice, good penalty. Some really good penalties here. Davis then stepping up. Oh, what? Oh, I can't do the head thing. Why am I getting it wrong? Oh, God. It all falls on Mark Cucurella. The timing thing's going a little bit faster. Can Cucurella do it? Yes, he can. We're through to sudden death. 5 apiece. Right, Goretzka. He's gone right. There it is. What a save from Mendy. He smashes into the post to get to it, but he gets to it. And this is it. It falls on Conor Gallagher. I'm going to go left. There it is. Through to the Champions League final. Conor Gallagher is the man that does it. And look at him wheeling away in celebration over to that man Graham Potter. Oh my word. Finally, I got the head thing right. I don't know what I was doing. I just kept panicking, I guess. But Mendy comes up big with the 6th penalty, smashes into the post and gives Gallagher that opportunity. A really nice penalty. They're very easy on FIFA, I'll be honest. If the goalkeeper just doesn't go the same way, you will score. So there is that as well. But thankfully, we keep it. We keep our nerve. And Conor Gallagher, look at him. Brilliant. He just needs a face scan now. And then he'll be absolutely sorted. I honestly did think that we were going to bottle that with all the chances that we were getting. I had a feeling that it was just going to haunt us. So there you go. There you go. We managed to come through. Let's see who we have in the final. So that's it then. Chelsea meet Paris Saint-Germain in the final of the Champions League. They managed to come through against Atletico Madrid. What a final we have in store. It is all still to play for. We are out the 2 domestic cups, unfortunately. But we have an outside chance still to win the Prem. But most importantly, a chance to claim our 3rd Champions League title. So make sure you guys join me for the season finale. We're definitely obviously going to show the Champions League final, probably that game against Spurs as well in the last game of the season. We'll see how the league is kind of unfolding before we kind of get to that, but it will be the season finale. And yes, we are continuing for season 2, so make sure to come back to this series, and what a big one it's going to be. Thankfully, it's just a bruised shoulder for Sterling, so we'll only miss this game against Crystal Palace, and we will have him back for the rest of the season with any luck. So there is that, some positive news as well. And one final look at the Premier League standings. On top of that, we have guaranteed Champions League qualification, as we personally set out at the start of the season, and we still have, as I say, have an outside chance of the Premier League. Liverpool do have a much better goal difference, so there is that, but the opportunity is still there. So make sure you join me for the season finale. Let's see if we can finally claim it. And with that being said, we are going to finish it there. What an episode it's been. So much fun to record this, and really looking to get this one out there to you guys and seeing what you think. Transfer window is almost upon us as well. I do have that bear in mind, so we'll come on to that probably at the end of the next episode, if not the one after that. Make sure to check out my Patreon. The link is down below in the description for all them fantastic perks. And also check out my podcast. All the links are down below to all your relevant podcast apps, or the video version on my channel. Drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. And with that being said, we're going to finish it there. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, I will see you soon.